This report is made in English, Spanish, and Danish. This is the Spanish version. Creación consciente solamente trata de elegir los sentimientos que quieres sentir y elegirlos tan a menudo que repiten de manera automática.
Don't follow trends, follow your heart.
¿Sabes que al crear algo afuera de ti para que puedas sentir algo mejor, por ejemplo, obtener algo afuera de ti para obtener un sentido, como un coche, un trabajo, una pareja o algo así? El sentido viene primeramente, y eso es la ley de la atracción, porque crees que tienes que hacer mucho para obtener algo afuera de ti y después vas a sentir algo. No es así. Tienes que elegir el sentimiento que piensas que eso va a crear en ti. Tan a menudo que repite, y de esa manera vas a vivir esa vida que quieres realmente sin tener que obtener esas cosas materiales. Y esa libertad probablemente te atraerá las cosas que quieres. Es interesante porque es al revés. Soy tu astróloga María Hjelmborg, aquí con el reportaje también de la luna nueva en Cáncer y cartas de tarot para cada signo, tu luna, sol y ascendente. Muy bienvenidos. Tenemos que recordar que nuestra mente solamente es una herramienta, no es quién somos. Aquí vas a sentir quién eres. Aquí en Cáncer vamos a sentir quiénes somos, sentirlo, y eso podemos lograr por meditación y por sentir felicidad. Hola y muy bienvenido a ese reportaje para la luna nueva en Cáncer. Y eso se trata de la luna y el sol que se encuentran en 18 grados de Cáncer. ¿Qué significa? Bueno, significa que hay una nueva intención en esa área de tu vida, el área de tu ser interior, tus necesidades personales, tu sentido de sentirte seguro o segura en ti mismo o en el mundo en general. Es la capacidad de poder recibir sin tomar, sino que recibir, estar abierta o abierto. Tu niño interior, quién sabe que es divertido y agradable para ti. Por supuesto, el sol ha estado en cuadratura con Quirón hace 5 días o algo así, la última fin de semana más o menos, lunes, y eso puede haber tenido que ver con algo que has percibido como una amenaza. Podemos usar esa gran trígono desde el Sol y la Luna hasta Neptuno en Piscis. Eso te traerá más flow, y el sentido de que si puedes dejar el control, significa, y recibir intuiciones en vez de controlar las cosas, bueno, te ayudará Neptuno con eso durante ese periodo. Tenemos también Plutón, después de algunos días, una oposición entre el Sol y Plutón, después de cuántos días, después de unos 5 días, Eso tiene que ver con una lucha de poder que hemos visto 3 hasta 4 semanas antes entre Venus y Marte y Plutón. Y eso continuará en una nueva luz donde puedes tal vez elegir estar más consciente de qué pasa en vez de reaccionar. Y también tenemos Mercurio, durante esa luna nueva tenemos Mercurio en los últimos grados de Cáncer y de Géminis, y eso significa que todavía quieres entender las cosas de manera mental, pero el 11 Mercurio entra en Cáncer y eso significa que debe estar más fácil, o será más fácil dejar el control mental, sentir, bueno, si ahora no es el tiempo, tengo confianza en que mi intuición va a me aconsejará al momento correcto de actuar con algo en tu vida. Mira, happy. Oh, mi limón. Amor, cariñosidad y tales cosas también tiene que ver con Cáncer. Mira. Oh, qué dulce está. El Sol también será en sextil con Urano en Tauro, y eso significa que vamos a poder dar un paso atrás y ver las cosas desde una perspectiva más alta. Urano en Tauro está sacudiendo nuestros sistemas de valores para que cambiemos y realmente para que podamos obtener lo que realmente queremos en nuestras vidas. Estamos listos a decir, vale, ok, fue duro, pero ahora estoy lista o listo a seguir adelante. El trígono a Neptuno en Piscis va a facilitar que creamos más en nosotros mismos, en nuestra intuición y todo eso, porque normalmente Neptuno en Piscis trata de confiar en el proceso, pero aquí con los aspectos a Cáncer se trata de confiar en ti mismo. Aprendemos a estar más suaves y dulces con nosotros mismos, en el centro de algo que podría sentirse un poco caótico. Esa luna nueva pasa después de la cuadratura entre Marte y Venus y Urano y Saturno, y eso tiene que ver con tener la confianza y el corazón del león, Braveheart, para seguir y continuar, seguir por adelante de las cosas que realmente quieres en tu vida, con fe, con fuerza, con coraje. Marte y Venus aquí en Leo quieren lo que quieren, porque son la reina y el rey. ¿Cómo se llama? El rey, por supuesto. De esa manera puedes sentir lo que quieres en tus relaciones y lo que hay en tu corazón. Venus y Marte son esa reprogramación de nuestros corazones. Es nuestro sentir, tener coraje para actuar sobre lo que sentimos y queremos. Lo que quiere Marte y Venus es que estamos fuertes, somos fuertes en nuestros corazones, aunque hay esa cuadratura de voces afuera de ti diciendo que no puedes lograrlo, tal vez alguna voz dentro de tu cabeza ignorarás. Voy a tomar cartas de tarot, pero va a estar en inglés porque va a ser en inglés porque hay 3 idiomas, danés, inglés y español, y inglés es el idioma que más gente entiende. Lo más importante de Cáncer es tener ese vacuum, aire, espacio abierto para que algo pueda estar recibido o recibida. Mira, si no tienes las manos abiertas de esa manera, no puedes recibir nada. Intenta encontrar ese vacuum adentro de ti, ese espacio abierto y vacío. Aunque eso, el amor vence a todo. Tenemos que honrar los mensajes internos intuitivos durante ese tiempo. Y ahora es el tiempo para las cartas de tarot para tu sol, luna y ascendente. Pregúntame en la sección de comentarios si tienes algunas dudas. Aries, so this is a new moon in your 4th house. This is your natural, the 4th house is the natural house of Cancer, so this is all about your inner feelings and your needs and what you need to feel safe and taken care of, what your inner child needs, etc. And then we also got the Hierophant card. So this is both kind of like a strong masculine authoritarian figure where you need to follow the rules, and that's of course a Capricorn, at the same time as you need to follow your intuition and your emotions. So find a fine balance between that, because we're still living in a society with certain rules, right? But the moon is the most important, because the moon is the ruler of Cancer, and that's like, you don't always know where you're going when you're led by your flow or intuition, but you can trust that it's the right place if you take care of your inner world and get that daily wash, meditate, and make sure you have the space for your silent voice to come in with messages to you, because then you know that you're led by that voice that always guides us with a higher intelligence. Child, release your inner child. Maybe a child is coming into your life, one way or the other, or maybe your inner child just really needs to be comforted, to be heard, and to be seen. Trustworthy guidance, some kind of guidance you have received lately is right. And you know which one it is, because it resonated with you when you got that guidance, and you need to follow it. Faith in the process, yes. Trust that process. It's the most important. Astrology card. Earth element stability. So even though Uranus is shaking things up in Taurus in your 2nd house of self-worth, values, and financial matters, then there's somehow there's some kind of stability coming into your life, or you need to, if you don't feel that it's there, you need to take care of your earth connection. You need to do stuff that grounds you. Eat food from the ground, biological, healthy food. Walk barefoot in nature. Just spend time in nature. That's going to connect you to the earth. Or be with animals that has 4 legs with a lot of earth connection. And this is the Law of Attraction card. I heal the habit of fear and embrace the habit of love. So just choose what feels good and right to you, instead of following anything that feels fearful, because that's you having lost your balance. If you're afraid, you lost your center. It's not because there's a lot of things wrong. It's because you lost your center. Because once you lose your center, you can't hear that voice that guides you all the time, and that makes you fearful. So back into your center through meditation, through doing something that makes you joyful. Shift the focus away from a problem that you might be in, and to anything that can harmonize you. Of course, our ruler is with me, Venus, right now in Leo in our 5th house. This is joyfulness. Maybe it's a child coming into your life, motherhood, something concerning your mother, just you starting a new hobby, you just having courage to follow your heart and to feel what stirs, and then to release a new inner version of you that's just feeling so much better. Having the courage to just stand up for yourself in the right situations, but with love, with an open heart, trustful heart, so that you can guide others as the king that we all are. The sun is exalted in our sign of Aries, so Leo is a really strengthening sign for us, our planets to be in. And with Venus, wow, man, this is nice, especially a couple of days after this new moon in Cancer. So Taurus. It's in your 3rd house of communication, and where you perceive things in your daily environment, how you communicate with people, it's going to be strengthened. And maybe a new way is coming through. And we just drew the devil card, which is Capricorn. That's okay. Recently, Venus was in your ruler, is right now in Leo in your 4th house, which is actually the natural house of Cancer, which is about your needs and your wants and your what do you need to feel safe, etc. But we have Pluto. Recently, Venus went in opposition to the devil's card up here in Cancer. So be aware of any materialistic tendencies of yours, where you prevent yourself from going into an altered state of consciousness, where you can when you can really use your intuition. Because if you're too focused on the material world, you'll be trapped in what is, because you will only notice what is, and then you will stagnate, because it's hard to then change your vibration to attract something else. You see there's a chain around their neck, but they can easily take it off. So take off that chain of thinking that your happiness comes from a stable and secure outside world. Once your inner world is stable, your outside world will reflect it. So Ace of Swords, you need to cut some cords. There are some people or some ways of thinking in your life that you need to cut out. You know what it is. It doesn't have to be, I mean, people are often just connected to something inside of you that's being reflected back to you from the outside. So it's a matter of you recognizing what's not healthy for you and cut it away in your life. Maybe it's also you overburdened with something. You're having too much work. So maybe it's you taking something off your shoulders that you cannot carry because you're carrying too much somehow. Pandora's gift, there is something for you once you able to connect with that voice that's always guiding us through meditation and quiet time. You know that I say that, I mean, it's kind of like saying in a report, oh, remember to brush your teeth, and you'll be like, what? I always brush my teeth. Yeah, you should do the same with the meditation. And should is not a good word, but it's obvious that that's just as important. Jupiter returns benefits. So Jupiter right now is in your 11th house, retrograding into your 10th house of career matters, which is bringing you, especially if you're born during sunrise, between sunrise and sunset, I mean during the daytime. Jupiter is exalted here in Pisces. It's going to give, there's something in your I mean your circle of friends and in your network that can give you something. Groups of people during the next couple of months. Scorpio, I transform, but you really need to look to your 7th house and transform through that person in your life that has been trying to mirror something back to you. There's something that has been mirrored back to you through something you didn't find pleasant, but it's you needing to transform on that level. It was not about the other person was demonstrating something to you. Listen to that voice. You need to create space for it out of old thought patterns and create that empty space, that blank page for the telephone line to be open to the universe. And this card is really good for Taurus. I can do less and attract more. This is the Law of Attraction card. This is my favorite card. There is no assertion, only attraction. So you cannot just assert your will upon the world and then say, this is what I want, give it to me. It's not going to flow to you then. Maybe you will have it for a short while, but you will lose it again if your vibration doesn't match. So you can attract more through taking care of how you feel and nurturing yourself through doing things that makes you feel good. High Priestess. This is the card of intuition. So this is really the time to honor your inner voice, to honor that silence within, to give space for meditation, to get out of your head, to get into your heart, to value your feelings and emotions, and don't try to mentalize them. If something feels right or wrong, that's because it is right or wrong for you. It doesn't matter if 3 million people think. Gemini. There's a Gemini back there. Happy. So this is in your second house of self-worth, values, personal finances. Happy, sit. He's really wet. I don't want him to mess up the cards. Woo! So this is kind of like, I mean, Mercury is still in your house. There's someone welcoming you home passionately, eagerly, and this is giving you a desire to, just follow your wants and needs. And very soon you will go into the feeling realm and something will end in your life. There's a judgment coming up for you, maybe some breakdown, a little bit of a crisis, or just something that breaks down that needs to leave your house or your life. It was an illusion, something you thought were one way, but it is not. But this is just making even more space for what it is that you want. You need to really balance your inner masculine and feminine side. Maybe this is being shown to you. I don't know, the sunlight is so strong. So this is a lover's card anyways. And so this could be, do something that feels romantic to you. Put some scents in the air and roses on the table. Or if that's not your type of romance, then whatever, put that kind of music on that just makes your heart beat, and follow that heart of yours and just start enjoying life. Cancer. This new moon is, congratulations to the Cancers. I know so many Cancers. I think it's one of the signs where I know the most people. This is your new moon, the new moon of the year for you guys, and so it's important for you guys. And it's starting up something while we have Venus and Mars in your second house of personal income and the balance between the inner masculine and feminine is good for you guys right now. Even though, of course, you have something going on in your 8th house where there's something like with your shared resources, where there can be a lifted finger, like a reality check. Do we have enough money if we want to do this and do that? But it's okay. Eventually, by time, when there's something to do with Saturn up there in your 8th, it will solve itself. You have Uranus in your 11th house, opening stuff up for you. And I just drew the Empress. And another card, I accidentally just... Which one was it? Oh, anyway, so it was the Empress also. So this is really Venus in your second house. And that's where that's a natural house for Venus to be in. So something good can happen to you financially, and maybe you don't see that it can bring all that at first, but whatever you're starting up right now will benefit you in the long run financially, but also just let your feminine beauty shine. Cancer is one of the most beautiful signs because of that, that sweetness, that fineness, so yeah, just let that softness show. The world needs to see it, right? And the Knight of Cups, this is the emotional side of you being armored a little bit because you still want to protect yourself in the right situations. After the storm, you might feel like you've been through a lot and now the gifts are coming. This is called After the Storm. Look at how beautiful this is. It's you shining like gold. You have a heart of gold. You have an inner world of gold. It's time for you to share that wisdom when the timing says so. You're the master of intuition and that inner voice. So show us the way, guys. Steady progress. Whatever it is that you feel is going and moving a little slow is because we have 4 planets. Not 4 planets. We have many planets, more than 4. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, actually 4 planets in the fixed signs. So this is kind of like, I feel like it goes a little too slow. I want it to go faster, but have trust in that there's a steady progress going on. 11th house of friends, that's where Uranus is, as I said, in Taurus. So your circle of friends, your connections, that's what's going to bring you forward. nurture them and be appreciative of that they are there. Whatever you do for them is going to come back, but you don't need to think that way. The universe will just deliver you. So remember that there's no assertion, only attraction. So the important thing is which vibration do you have? So this is the law of attraction cards, which says, I slow down and listen to the guidance that's available to me. As I said, you're the master of intuition. Follow it to show all the rest of us the way. So Leo, you guys have a new moon in your 12th house. You need to spend some alone time, but at the same time you have Mars and Venus in your sign together. That's not so often. Very soon in a tight conjunction within a few days after the new moon in Cancer in your 12th house. In the 12th house, it's alone time, it's letting go, it's hidden things that comes to light, it's release, it's surrender, it's meditation, it's quiet time. Some energy you need to be aware of if you hold on too tight to something, so you make sure that the energy doesn't get stuck. Again, you're a little bit in armor, or what? What is it? What's going on? Maybe you need to be. I don't know. Well, you're ready to materialize something, and it feels like it's going a little too slow. Maybe it's because that you felt like you've been in a battlefield, a battlefield, a battlefield. That was the song. Why does love always feel like a battlefield, a battlefield, a battlefield? But the sun is rising up here. That's your ruler, the sun, right? So, okay. So there was a lot of mental noise going on, and a lot of blah, 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 and a lot of things you have to take care of, organize, and blah. And you feel worn out, but the sun is rising again. There's a reset somehow. And your strength is returning. Don't worry. Soon it will be your birthday and it will all come back. Play more. Get your inner child out. You need to play it out. That's how you reach your life's purpose. If you're a Leo, you need to teach the rest of us to enjoy life and follow our heart and shine your bliss. And remember just also to give something to other people without being afraid of that you're losing something. Softly, softly, the tender touch. But now, with the new moon in Cancer, it's about that quiet time. It's about your feminine side that you need to balance out. Beyond the mind, the heart beats. Meditation, quiet time is required, Leo. First house, the body. Make sure to take care of your body right now. It's a good time to nurture it with Venus and Mars meeting up here for the first time in 2 years. And I don't even know for the first time in many years that they meet up in your sign at all. So this is the time to nurture your body. Law of attraction cards. I mean, with good routines, eat healthy, don't drink alcohol. If you ask me, if you want to raise your vibration, it's not good for you. Meat, low vibrational as well. Non-organic food, not good as either. Exercise, yeah, but make it fun. Dance. Law of attraction card. Spiritual alignment puts my manifestation into motion. So once you align yourself, look at happy. Once you make sure that you're aligned, then you will receive the guidance for what to do in a spiritual way, so that you will know which steps to take next. Your alignment first and foremost, then action once intuition tells you so. Virgo, heavy. Your little Virgo rising here. It's in your 11th house of circle of friends, and you have your network, you have your feeling of belonging to a group, starting over with this new moon, and apparently there's something to harvest in your own garden, your own inner garden. You've been working with yourself, and now the sun is shining. You hear the birds sing in your heart, and perhaps outside like I do here also. So that's very nice, Virgo. You're on top of the world. You felt like you've been through a struggle though, but you also feel like you're benefiting from it now. Let me just move the setting a little bit so that I get a better angle. Oh, here we have the light. We want the light. All right. And The 12th house of Leo, you have Mars and Venus, very nice for you, because of course then you are supported in releasing what's no longer beneficial for you to bring along. And this is something that will go in a rather smooth way if you master to get a good daily routine and rhythm, and you stay healthy. Shower of abundance will come your way. It's because Saturn is in your 6th house of your routine, health routine. So it's that bliss of yours which is coming, that contact with God and source-ish. Those amazing meditations are coming because you live a healthy life where you get enough sleep, good food, and such things. Every journey starts with a single step. So remember to live in the moment. It's all about what you do daily, on a daily basis. It's not about the final destination. It's each step. And it's not jumping too far ahead to figure out how it's all going to end. It's not fun to see the end of a movie right after the beginning. So you want the whole journey. Leo, I will. You will prevail in those illusions you're cutting out of your life right now to make room for what it is that you really want. Your soul is speaking to you. Your higher self is coming through right now. And the law of attraction card is, my true safety lies in my capacity to align with the love of the universe. That's it. Your connection with God, as I said, there's not so much more to say for you guys this time. Of course, you need to be aware of some kind of power struggle between maybe your kids and your circle of friends. Or no, not like that. Maybe your future visions are clashing a little bit with something that your child wants, or there's a hobby that you have, or maybe your personal business is clashing a little bit with part of a vision for the future that you have, perhaps. But the main thing is that your ruler actually is in Gemini for 2 more days. After 2 days, it's going to move into your 11th house. So right now it's still in your career house. Maybe it's time for you to have a vacation with friends. Maybe a lover that feels like a friend, or maybe a friend that could is a former lover, or your friends, the groups of people and association you're a part of. You're going to start understanding things on a more intuitive level. You're going to feel things more than mentally understanding them, is what it says, that your ruler is going into Cancer finally. It's been a long one for you guys with that retrograde, so it's going to be nice for you to just finally release and surrender. Stop controlling so much, and just be in that state where you surrender. Meditation. Just in case you didn't hear the last report, which was an extra report of Mars and Venus, listen to the first 2 minutes again if you don't want the monkey to steer the wheel. So Libra, you are hooking up with Mars. How's it going? Any romance that has been stopped by Saturn, and maybe your way of being in your relationships is changing now? Is it better? Something romantic is in your life coming up inside of you, growing, shining. Do you release your inner child? Do you allow yourself just to be happy about who you are, exactly who you are right now? Because that's the point right now. Just shine now. This is in your 10th house, this new moon of career and goals. Let joy be the key. Joy is the key to where you're led right now. You need to follow the trail of joy intuitionally. Cleanse and detoxify whatever doesn't give you joy in your life. That's important right now. The air element I got upside down, so too many thoughts still. Do you get into your body? Do you get the meditation that you need? Are you overthinking things? Do you have a way to get cleaned and cleared out? Moon. So where's the moon in your personal chart? Find out where the moon is. You need to nurture your moon. Of course, the moon is the ruler of the new moon in Cancer. And so this is about you perhaps intuitively feeling that there are new goals in your life. There are new ways of being ambitious that comes from that intuitive voice that's guiding you all the time, rather than an old idea of how things should be. There's a change happening for you, is what I'm saying. True manifestations are powered by service and love. Okay, so this is the law of attraction card. When you serve a purpose, the purpose will serve you eventually, because the vibe you tune into is the vibe you receive. And it just gives you something when you're just following the trail of bliss in your heart. And the beauty that comes in like that. Scorpio, a 9th house new moon, adventure time. This is you really enjoying something. And of course, with Mars hooking up with Venus in your 10th house, career matters, new opportunities in your career, new stuff going on that's going to expand your horizon. It is for me, the Magician. You can do whatever you want, you know that, right? True manifestations, what is it that it comes from? From focusing on the feeling that you want and keep repeating it often. We keep repeating it often enough for it to become a constant in your vibrational field. Drop the illusions. Don't waste your energy on them. You know where they are. They're going to be revealed to you. Queen of Cups, it's all about following your intuition. So make space for that. You are the master of it. You meditate, don't you? Keep doing that. That's the key. You are on the right path, right track. Time to go. Something toxic in your life. That's something that you're just fed up with. You're not doing it anymore. It is time to leave that relationship. Don't waste any more time on it. It's the past. It's not now anymore. Have confidence in the road forward. Have confidence in when you leave something that's no longer serving you, something better will come for sure. Grand Trine of Blessings. Saturn Truth. Okay. So Saturn the taskmaster has a job for you, or has had a job for you that maybe you already know, because I'm speaking now. Saturn was on the 1st and the 2nd of July. Your plan, our ruler, it's my ascendant, was in opposition to Saturn. So you were asked to wait, and you saw something where there was a stop sign on that which you want to have right now, which is not coming, and something else which is now. A butterfly just came by. So the right things are manifesting right now. Something is turning into a butterfly from a caterpillar, which is a big transformation for us, guys. What is already with you? What you want is already with you. Look, butterflies. Open your arms to receive. The only thing you need to find is the vacuum in each cell of your body, the empty space that can be filled in at the right time. It's the empty space that makes you be capable of receiving. Cancer is all about receiving. Last card for the Scorpio. It's a manifestation card. Or maybe not the last card. I want to draw one more. True manifestations are powered by service and love. Again, when you serve a purpose, the purpose serves you. It's been there before. So whatever you feel guided towards is always going to serve you, just in the essence of doing it. I am another you is that in Lakish sentence from an old, I think it was the Quechua tribe. The point is that the people in front of you is another version of you. So if they receive something, you do too. Cupid. Just focus upon the love that flows in everything. Sagittarius, your ruler is going backwards. It's retrograding in your 4th house of home, which is the natural house of Cancer. Home and the inner calling, the inner voice, the intuition, the receiving mode, inner child. And it's exalted there, so you're probably feeling really nice. And a new moon is occurring in your 8th house of transformation and judgment, and it was reversed. Something is ending now in your life. Make sure that you're letting it do so, because you know what it is that needs to end. Then you will be received by the new with the passion and fire, because in your 9th house, your natural house, we have Mars and Venus. So if you're born during the night, of course, this is going to be a really prevailing, really good placement because this is expanding your horizon and your mind, and it's a feeling of being in balance and harmony on the inside as well as the outside. If you let it be, of course, we have Saturn, so if you're born during the night, you also have Saturn in opposition in your third house of communication. So maybe someone is saying that, no, you cannot because blah, blah, blah. Just be the rebel that you are. So Page of Cups, you have a new way of looking at and discovering your emotional field and your emotions in general. It's nice for you to discover this new way of feeling life. Let yourself be that youngster, that newbie, and that new level of feeling the life. Seeing the true you. You are revealing new layers of yourself. New layers of yourself is being uncovered at this moment, and that's why it was the Page of Cups, because he's new. The Page is young, so it's a young new version of you. Sixth house routine. Make sure that you have a healthy sleep, eating and exercising pattern, and meditational pattern. Really important also. It's so important to meditate, guys. Don't be flunky on that. Is that a word? Cleanse and detoxify. Yeah. Don't drink all that alcohol. You can go crazy without it if that's the problem. There's something that you're taking in that's not good for you, whether it's substances or it's relationships or thoughts. You know what they are. Stop doing it. Focus upon something that's good for you and that works. Ground yourself. Healthy food. Organic. Walks in nature. Bare feet. Get out of your head into your body. Relaxation methods where you go through all your body. Get a massage. Apparently to have some sex. No, I don't know if that's it. But something starting over passionately for you. It could also be that it's just that this card can be because that's equally spiritual if you make it so. That's so funny. You have a new passion that's awakening in a new way, and go for it. Go after it. And it's connected, Queen of Wands, also to your feminine side, but still your masculine fire side. You're like, go for it, man. That dream that you're starting up, it's right, it's true, it's good for you. Scorpio, I transform. You're really transforming on a deep level. So just let that process continue. Law of Attraction card. When I cultivate a spiritual connection, I can trust the universe no matter what. Good connection and alignment, a telephone line, through meditation. God damn it. Then you can trust your intuition. You don't even have to question it. When I cultivate a spiritual connection, I can trust the universe no matter what. So every day, water that plant of your intuition by meditating. Shut off the TV. It's just making you beep, 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 beep. Do you want to be spiritual or what? If you watch too much of that, it's going to take your vibe down. So find another social life. Just trust that there's another social life for you out there than the television. Yeah. Capricorn. So this is in your 7th house of relationships. There's a new start, a new way for you to be in your relationships. It's definitely the ruler in your second house of self-worth, values, financial, personal income, what you see for yourself in your future. Maybe your new way of starting over this year on your relationships is through a better self-esteem, which can make you be less controlled. The family situation that comes up. Trust that whatever comes up for it to come up. It's often that Capricorn wants to control. Oh no, that's not good, because I read somewhere that it's not good to think about my uncle because he was bad to me, or someone from the family that was not good for you. If it comes up, it has to come up. There's a reason for it. So embrace it. Accept that it comes up, because if it comes up, it was never left. It never left. And if it comes up, it was there. So it's good that it comes up for it to be transformed, and then it can leave. So whether it's good or bad, quote unquote, trust in that part of the process as well. You're overburdening yourself with something. Do you get enough rest? This is apparently a new moon also because Cancer is rest, and time for rest if you want to have that family. This is the family card. This is my favorite card, with children, the rainbow, happy emotions. You need to value your emotions and set time aside for just you feeling life. Go into nature, feel life, get your feet into the grass, man, just like I am having it here. Enjoy being in nature. I hope that was well, I'm gonna check if that was appropriate. Oh my god, yeah, that's the spontaneous Aries energy here. It's just important get out of your head and into your body now, into your feelings, into your body. Enjoy nature if it has good weather and such where you are at. It's time for you to get off the television. It's not giving you anything beneficial for your emotional world. Rarely. Because it's often mental. So Capricorn understands that you have to work for things. In this case, you have to work on giving yourself free time from your head activity into your heart, into your emotional needs, and whatever made you not want to go there. If it's a story that needs to come up for you to be scared or feel vulnerable, it's okay. It's there to be cleansed when it's Cancer. Perfect timing. There's something coming in now which comes at the perfect time. Know that. Value that. Notice the signs. Grand trine, blessings. So right now we are having that. It's not a grand trine. It's a Pisces, Cancer, and then we need the Escórpio part. So make sure that you have that transformational part where you just allow, because you have Pluto, ruler of Scorpio, in your house. So it's you allowing something to die completely inside of you without keeping it alive by focusing upon it. After the storm, maybe it's already now, or it's happening very soon, that you're feeling like, okay, finally you made it. The storm is over and now the beauty comes up, the first flowers, and this owl is giving you the wrist, because now you see what the storm gave you. Now you see what you've learned. Now you see how far you come. The universe powerfully responds the instant I realign with love. It's all about your alignment. There is no assertion, only attraction. Okay? There's no assertion, only attraction, which means you cannot just assert your will to get something. You need to work on your vibe and your alignment to get what it is that you want. Okay? Because then you're going to attract it, and then it's a lasting thing. And then you can control it through just caring about how you feel and nurturing yourself. Aquarius. So, this is in your 6th house of daily routines, health matters, having a good rhythm in what you do in life. Eat properly. This sounds boring, I know, but eat good things. That's self-love, it's self-care, it's feeling your needs. How much do you need to sleep? Are you getting that sleep? How much do you need to meditate? Are you getting to meditate? Because if you don't, you're controlled by your mind, and then you're pretty screwed with a monkey behind the wheel. Did you see the last report I made? That extra report with Venus and Mars? If not, I encourage you to do so. Strength. Leo, 7th house, Mars and Venus. If you're born during the night, very nice. Very, very nice. It's going to bring something really beautiful into your relationships, because your relationship with yourself has improved. You found that strength through the storm you went through somehow. Or maybe you are learning now, or maybe you already learned that the blindfold is only in your mind. The only thing blocking the things you want from manifesting is your mental blabbering that's not allowing that voice, that intelligent voice that's connected to all that you need to know ever, and that is guiding you all the time. You cannot hear it if you're too mental. So get out of that mental idea of that your life is toxic. It's in your head. You decide. You choose your life. You are a creator in your life through manifesting, through focusing on the feeling of what you want. the feeling of what you want, as I said in the beginning. Find a balance. There's something out of balance in your life that's finding a balance right now through that Mars Venus in your 7th house, because that is the inner masculine and feminine being on the same page. Trust yourself. Trust your intuition. Really do. No matter if the group says something else, now it's time to follow your heart in Leo, right? And the law of attraction card, when I introduce joy to a situation, I change the vibrational frequency by what's happening around me. Joy is the key, as they say in that song. Joy is the key. Joy is the key. So if it doesn't make you happy, don't do it. If it makes you happy, it can't be that bad. Pisces, it's in your 5th house of romance and hobbies and joy and children and personal career. Not personal, growing your own business, stuff like that. Ooh, you have 2 options of something. So your ruler is actually going into your 12th house to release something in order to get a better future, but as you are being a mutable sign, of course, there's always like 2 options-ish. So you're looking into the world, you're looking for what to do right now, and the options looks good. But at the same time, you think that you have been working a little too hard on 2 things or something like that. But you're also getting rewards for all the work you've done, but you still need to work upon some mental struggle you're having with someone else or inside of yourself. Stop that fight. Something is contradicting your own energies. You want to move forward, but you're still on the way back to something that you keep holding on to. Just understand why it was there, and that will make it go. So something is ending, and as it's ending, everything is possible. The World card is one of the best cards because it's the ending, but it's also the beginning of everything. So as you find a way to end that doesn't serve you, this will come. Oh, it's the best card. A new family situation, a loving family, joy and happiness. That happiness you've been longing for, perhaps even all of your life. Opportunity to forgive, steady progress. You're in the process of forgiving someone. You forgive through understanding. So try to understand that people always do the best they can in the moment. It's really true. Otherwise they would have done it differently. Transform, Scorpio. I transform. In this grand trine that's not having the 3rd leg in Scorpio right now, this means that you really need to focus upon transforming something on a deep level. This means let it die if it's not valid anymore, if it's not true and right anymore. 4th house, the roots. We still have Mercury in your 4th house for 2 days more. Before 2 days after this new moon is going to leave into your 5th house. So there's something in your roots, something from your family life, something that you took with you from childhood that needs to be nurtured, and a desire and need that needs to get the attention that it needs. And then your health routines. How is it going? 6th house. How is it going, guys? Are you eating healthy? Not drinking alcohol, but meditating instead of smoking whatever, weed or stuff like that. It's better to meditate. Feeling good will bring me far more than whatever I thought needed. Remember that we think we need stuff because we think that they are gonna make us feel good. But the issue here is that if you can feel good without getting the stuff, you don't need the stuff anymore and you're free. So try to find the feeling of what you want as if you had it. What would that feel like? Once you can create that feeling, that thing is probably gonna come, but it's not gonna be important anymore. Don't follow trends, follow your heart, trust the process, and be authentic. Where attention goes, energy flows. See you guys.
Yourself up, try again one day, it will bring Don't follow trends, follow your heart.
This report is made in Danish, English and Spanish. This is the Spanish version. This report is made in Danish, English and Spanish. This is the Spanish version. Eso es la versión española.